art made simple. I'm always finding ways to show you the ways you can decorate cakes, cookies, and cupcakes and desserts in a simple way. So I bought a bag of Starburst, and I'm going to show you how to make these roses along with a real easy, beautiful decorating technique called Basketweave. So let's get started and decorate. For our candy flower basket weave design cake, I just needed to buy some Starburst. You can use whatever colors you want. I'm going to use a variety to make it a beautiful flower, and a 48 number tip, which is a basket weave tip, and a 104 tip, and that's it. All you need is a frosted cake, which you can buy at the grocery store and make yourself, and we're ready to get decorating. So before I show you how to do the basket weave, I want to show you how easy it is to make these beautiful candy flowers using Starburst Candy. So first, you can see right here I made a bunch of little petals ahead of time, and I'm going to make a rose. But first I want to show you how to make these super cute little baby roses. So what I'm doing is I just put this Starburst in the microwave for about 5 seconds, no longer, really. If it's too hot to touch, it's not going to work. So you just want to get it really soft, unless your house is really warm, but most often you just have to heat it up. Sometimes you can just put it in your fingers, between your fingers. And do you see how I kind of just rolled it out to be a big long oblong? So with my fingers, I'm just going to push at the bottom and flare out at the top. Hope you guys can see that. I'm just going to kind of flaring out, squeeze at the bottom, and then flare out, and you make just a little small little rosebud. Now I don't want this whole long piece, so I'm actually going to cut a little bit like this, taper it off at the bottom, and then I'm just going to let it sit and just kind of sit out for a little while. If it's really warm in your house, please put it in the refrigerator so that you're ready to go. All right, now we're going to make our big rose, which is going to go in through the middle of our cake. Again, I rolled it out, but I'm going to cut this, tear this in half, and make a petal. If you look at rose petals, they're kind of big, kind of almost like circles in a way. And using the back of a spoon, I'm just going to press down and just kind of give it some definition like this. And then just peeling it up, it makes a little rose petal. Okay, so I'm going to show you. What I did was I took 2 pieces of spaghetti and I just wrapped one of those little petals around to make the center part. Then using my smaller pieces, I'm going to start to glue using the heat of my hands, and every time I put it on, I'm going to press in. I'm going to alternate different colors because I want it to be a really colorful rose. And you see I'm kind of flaring out just like a rose does, unless you want like a real tight rose. It's up to you. Okay, just going to go around, just add the petals. After you're done, you can do all kinds of flaring it up if you want. Just kind of adding, so it's starting to become a rose. Really pretty. Now you can make a lot of these, but today I'm just going to make one. I'm going to put it right in the center of our basket weave, because our basket weave is actually going to be just so pretty. You don't want to put too much on it. We'll put the bigger pieces here. So if you can see, the heat of my hands are... Now if it's really warm in your house, or just warm in general, you're going to want to put this flour in the refrigerator before you're going to put it on your cake. So what I have is here is I have a little jar. I'm just going to stick it in there, and I'm just going to let it sit in the refrigerator for a little bit before now we're going to basket weave. Let's get decorating. All right, to do a basket weave, you need a basket weave tip. This is a number 48, but there's some larger ones that you can use, but I'm wanting mine to be a little dainty. So I always start in the middle, and I bring it forward so I have a middle line. Don't worry about the little creases that it's making right here. You can cover those up. So you just want to make a line down the front, okay? So now you're going to go every other. This is about, I would say a ½ inch. So every other, you go just over the top. To be honest with you, it kind of looks like the threading of a football. Isn't that funny? Except it's pink. Now, you can go either direction that you want. You can go to the right or the left. You're going to eventually do one or the other. Now you just go right on top of the ends of the little ribs that you made there, the little threads, all the way down. Now you go in between. So you go over and across. And that's pretty much it. You just do it all the way to the end of the cake. So when I get back, you'll see it completely finished. I'm using pink lemonade frosting, which I'll put in the link below, and it's gonna be a delicious, yummy cake. All right, I am just finishing up. As you can see, I'm doing my last little bit of my basket weave. It's turned out really pretty. I absolutely get excited when I design a cake that turns out so awesome. I'm just thrilled about this cake. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful cake, and so simple, just with some Starburst candy and some icing. All right, using my 104 tip, I'm just gonna use the top, the thin edge to be on the outside. I'm just gonna make some little curls, little U's here actually, to kind of cover up the basket weave edges so they're not seen. You could do this with any tip actually. You could do this with a star tip or even a piping round tip, just to kind of cover up the edges so you don't see it. My flowers turned out really pretty. I'm going to do a little bit of adorning down here just to give it, you'll see this around the side. That's the one part about filming, is you have to go around, and so I'm just doing little U's here. So you know I do this technique that I developed years ago called the right way, and if you think about writing, I'm doing U's using my 104 tip. All right, we are ready now just to put our flower that turned out so beautiful. Just gonna, it's my last chance to open up my roses. I'm going to stick that right in the middle using that spaghetti. So pretty. And then we're just going to put our rosebuds around to make it extra, extra pretty. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. Gosh, you could do this for like a tea party, a girl's birthday, a Mother's Day, just a special occasion for the special woman in your life. Could be for a baby shower cake for a little girl that's gonna, oh, so pretty. I know you can do this. Please give me comments and tell me that you've done it, or give me other ideas of what cakes you want me to show you, just so I can make it simple and easy so you can do this. Thank you again for, make sure you just subscribe to our channel. Bye-bye.